Hey, I'm Vitanis. Today I'll guide you through the different Google sources and parameters before diving into some hands-on testing. Let's kick things off. On the left-hand menu, there's a great deal of Google sources you can choose from, each tailored to a specific Google scraping use case. Let's take a look at the parameters you can utilize for each source. With the URL source, you can provide various Google URLs, many of which support parsed results. Here you can select the user agent type for your requests, such as desktop, mobile, and tablet devices. This option makes a request look like it's coming from a specific device and browser. The render setting executes JavaScript by running a headless browser to process dynamic content. When it's turned on, it also helps to imitate a real user browsing the web. Next, the parse parameter works with supported Google page types, excluding maps and travel hotels. It automatically extracts data from a raw HTML document and structures it in JSON format. If you want to get SERP results localized for a specific geographic region, then you can use the geolocation setting. You can simply search for any location and select an option from the drop-down menu. Moving on to the search source, you can scrape these search results directly by entering any keyword. Like previously, you can alter the user agent type, enable JavaScript rendering, use automatic parsing, and toggle geolocation targeting. For additional localization control, you can select a preferred domain, such as .com, .fr, etc., set the locale to adjust the web interface language, and pick the results language to get results in a specific language. You can also manage result limits by setting the limit of results to retrieve from each page, the initial start page to start scraping from, and the total amount of pages to scrape. If you want to receive filtered results, you can combine a handful of settings. Firstly, you can disable autocorrection for spelling and enable safe search to filter out inappropriate content. Secondly, you can also include or exclude similar results which are excluded by default. Thirdly, you can retrieve results from specific categories like applications, images, news, and others by enabling the to-be-matched parameter. In contrast, the to-be-searched parameter can help you gather even more obscure Google results, for example, from the last 10 minutes or last year, or even sort by date and relevance. For scraping only the images that match a specific query, you can use the reverse image source. It supports most of the parameters mentioned previously. If you're looking just for advertisement data from search results, you can utilize the ads source by scraping ads for a specific search term. It functions similarly to the search source, but it is optimized to boost ad results retrieval. Next in line, the map source can retrieve public data from Google Maps when searching for a specific keyword. Note that it doesn't support parsed results and retrieves the raw HTML document. As you can see, it has most of the parameters mentioned earlier, while also enabling filters for hotel dates and hotel occupancy. In the playground, you can also scrape public hotel data available through Google. Here, on top of the available parameters, you can filter hotels by their star rating using the hotel classes setting. If you want to explore Google's search term suggestions related to a specific term, you can utilize the suggest source, which always returns structured data. Since Google offers public trends data according to their search engine, you can also scrape these details using the Trends Explore source. The source allows you to filter trends data by category, date from, date to, and search type, such as web, image, Google Shopping, or YouTube search. Let's examine the last source in the list, Google Lens. This source lets you collect and automatically parse search results generated by Google Lens during an image search. To use it, enter the URL or the image you want to find similar results for in the query field. As with previous sources, you can also adjust the available parameters for your specific data needs. Now that you are up to speed with Google sources and their parameters, let's take the Google Search Results Scraper for a test drive. Say you want to find search results for the term running shoes. You can enable parsing from the start and run the request. You can see the API returns neatly structured data instead of the raw HTML document. If you change the user agent type to a mobile device, the web page layout changes to a mobile-friendly one, while the API outputs search results data that users see on mobile devices. The localization settings offers several methods for controlling the results. For instance, let's try to retrieve search results that a Dutch person sees while browsing the web in the Netherlands. You can set the domain to NL, the location to Netherlands, the locale to Netherlands Dutch, and the results language to Dutch. After running the request, you can see that the parsed output contains URLs with the Dutch domain. The results are in a Dutch language. The prices are in euros. And the web interface language is also Dutch. So far, we've been scraping the first search results page with a total of 10 results per page. Let's adjust this by setting the limit to 50 results per page. And start scraping from the first page to retrieve a total of 3 SERP pages. After running the request, you can see that the HTML preview shows way more results on the page, while the API's response contains 3 separate content sections for all 3 pages. As referenced before, you can also filter the results. For example, when you enable the images option in the to be matched filter, the API will only return the image results. Hopefully, this quick guide has helped you get started with a Google source in the Scraper APIs playground. Feel free to put the playground to the test and play around with different parameters for your needs. Furthermore, check out our documentation for more details about specific Google sources and parameters. Thanks, and until the next time.